It's a very, very important game, I must tell you. More than a league game, it's a potential knockout at the Wankhede Stadium. I have Orko with me. Orko, Mumbai, Delhi. If Mumbai win it, they put a Q past their name. Delhi bid adieu to the tournament. If Delhi win it, the last game for both the teams becomes so, so crucial because I must tell you, who are they facing in the last game? It's the Punjab Kings, both of them. So, your thoughts on how important is this clash? Because if by chance Delhi Capitals make it through and defeat Mumbai Indians, then all eyes will be on the Punjab Kings, who themselves will be looking into the moving into the top two finish.
Definitely, of course, as we have been discussing even in the past, that this IPL hasn't, been IPLing in
Correct.
proper terms. It hasn't
Correct.
really been that IPL which goes down the wire. It's been a bit predictable. We have seen teams where the good teams only became better and the bad teams just became worse. We never saw a bad team coming up in the second half. There's a very famous quote which Monday Mortal said back 10 years ago. He said that the IPL is not won in April, it's won in May. So
Yeah.
you're not going to do anything if you consistently do well in April. It's what you do in May what takes you into the
And that's
future
the pretty
stages of
much
the
sum up
tournament.
the season of the Delhi Capitals.
Exactly. As you know that the start that Delhi Capitals got off to, of course, their new home, their new found home in Vizag. They won both their games. Ashutosh was, making headlines, and we thought that this is the team to beat. And suddenly, I think the loss against Mumbai, this very team, the first leg, those a string of runouts, Mitchell Santner getting them out, out
Yeah.
of nowhere, losing that game. That's where Delhi started faltering. And who expected that they'll falter this bad? So, as I said, Monday Markle, again, an ex-Delhi player, he's someone who said a very right statement, which is pretty much in context. Some people have their jokes. They say that Kevin Peterson went to Maldives and ever since he returned, Delhi stopped winning. So we don't know what the case is, but certainly they have to pull their socks up. If not now, then when? They certainly have the side. I know they're missing a couple of big players like Stark and stuff, but I still believe that they have the team that can make it through. They have good depth, and if they get performing, then maybe it will be an interesting game to watch.
It should be an interesting game to watch. But what about the mentality of both the teams we are covering at the moment? Mumbai Indians and the Delhi Capitals. Can we say that Delhi Capitals don't have that hunger to make it to the playoffs? Because Stark has said he will not come back. Donovan Ferreira has said he will not come back. We haven't heard any replacement as of yet. They announced the replacement of Harry Brook, who said that he will not come back since the beginning of the tournament. They've announced his replacement as Sadiqullah Atal in the recent past, a week ago. So your thoughts on what does the Delhi Capitals do? In the on the other hand, for the Mumbai Indians, three players who have decided not to continue after the playoffs. They will not be available in the playoffs. Three straight swaps for the Mumbai Indians.
Absolutely. They are a team they're very serious about what they do. They won 5 trophies, they won another five. That's how they often look like. They often perform that way. They often do that way in the auction as well. They are a hungry team. They want to make some good signings. They want to play good cricket. They want to look strong even off the field. They have that fierce nature. They have a captain who also represents that kind of a culture. Hardik is someone who is pretty much of a fighter. He's of course cool, but he's fierce enough to get his troops do the talking. So I think that's the culture of Mumbai Indians, which make them the franchise they are. And with due respect to Delhi Capital, they've certainly lacked that, not just now, but over the years.
Yeah,
They have a situation where they changed their franchise name, but somehow the fortunes did seem like they were changing a bit. But then again, they made some pretty absurd decisions, like letting go Shreyas, then letting go Pant. Of course, Pant wasn't doing well, but to
and
let
also
go
the head
Shreyas
coach.
and also the head coach, someone like Ricky Ponting, who is again with Shreyas doing pretty well for Punjab. So there are a bunch of absurd things that they have been doing. Also, their ownership. If you talk about that 2 year swap that happens every now and then, which they have planned in the recent past. So I think that is something which needs to be addressed as well. There are a bunch of fans who say that JSW were better owners, the others say GMR are better owners, but ultimately it's just one team and they are supposed to
Exactly.
be playing for the
That's
fans.
exactly
The
my
players
point.
will stay the same. So I think the hunger needs to be there. With Stark, I mean, being a KKR fan, I know what he is because back in 2018 we bought him. He said he's injured, he's not going to come. He's someone who treats IPL in a very casual way. He's more international cricket oriented. He has not even been in the IPL for like 5 years after that. And that's what we expected. Even before the break, when we saw that war situation escalating, we did feel that if Stark is going home, I'm pretty sure he's not coming back. That's the kind of guy he is. So it's unfortunate that Delhi are going through this phase, but they have to find their way out now. They don't have any option.
Exactly. But if you look into the team, all of a sudden, the second half of this tournament, it looks so unpredictable, so weak because the batting order is highly dependent on just one man who's batting wherever the team is asking him to be three, four, five, opening KL Rahul. And he's now at his form of his life every single game since the Champions Trophy. At the moment, batting at the top of the order, scored 100, which came into the losing cause. What a knock Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill paired in the run chase. That's a different story. But the bowling attack, at one stage, they found the rhythm of having Mohit Sharma as the death specialist. He's nowhere near to the squad. Mukesh Kumar, had an ordinary IPL 2025 so far around. He's also having a poor one. Natarajan came to the side, has been here and there, still looks unfit in terms of his injury. Kuldeep Yadav has forgotten literally to pick wickets, and that's another concern. Pressure on Axar Patel. Vipraj is quietly doing his job. What's going wrong for the Delhi Capitals? What can they do now?
Well, that's what I think they would be asking themselves. I mean, as fans, the fans obviously would question the same, but even on the field, they are lacking that, as we previously talked about, the hunger. Perhaps I did feel that they would have it because Kevin Peterson is a very proactive
Exactly. Yeah.
person. He loves to win. He loves to perform. Even in his commentary stints, when we have seen him over the years, he's always someone who believes that the team should do well. They should have the hunger. But even after having someone like him in the camp, I wonder why they are. Completely lacking hunger. So that's the problem. There are a couple of tactical changes also might be required. I believe that Axar, as a captain, has done certain mistakes. Maybe he should learn from it. Perhaps he's new to captaincy. That's maybe why. So certainly there are certain things that need to be addressed, and if they are addressed anytime sooner, it will only help them this tournament. Otherwise, they have to again look at the next upcoming season.
Absolutely. Otherwise, they have to look at the next season that what's look like. If you have forgotten in case that because of the 9 or 10 day break the Mumbai Indians have, they're still on a winning streak, and that's the reason why Mumbai Indians is so good, such a wonderful franchise, powerful side, and as you mentioned a few previews ago as well, it's that the entire team is contributing. It was Rohit Sharma who is now taking his wickets seriously, and this is what Mumbai Indians pretty much sum them up. But at the moment, road to the playoffs, we ever wondered, Orko, that one result would turn out to have three teams qualifying for the playoffs, and that pretty much sums up IPL 2025. Not that edge of the seat thrillers we have witnessed so far around. If we have this game, if Mumbai Indians win this game versus the Delhi Capitals, it's Mumbai who is qualifying as well. Delhi knocked out. By Wednesday, we will have our four teams. We still have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to come up.
Exactly. We have never seen an IPL like this. I mean, I've been watching it from day one, and never has an IPL been this predictable because most of the teams got knocked out pretty early, and even the remaining ones are getting knocked out. As I previously stated, the good teams are just getting better. They hardly have put a foot wrong. So that's perhaps what is happening even right now, and we could only hope that at least the ending becomes a bit spicy, bit interesting. So that could only happen if Delhi wins. But with the kind of performances they've been having, and on the other hand, Mumbai Indians being their absolute dominant best, even versus Gujarat, they were almost beating them. Had those number of rain interruptions not happened, maybe if the momentum was set, the way Bumrah was bowling, the way the others were bowling, I think they would have won that game as well. So we would hope that Delhi gives a bit of a spice to this qualification scenario, but otherwise, it is very much likely that the top four has already been decided.
Top four is already decided. Let me ask you a little bit different as well. What about the top two? What do you look into? Is Gujarat Titans certain? Looking at the fixtures, Lucknow, Chennai. On the other hand, who is the second one? Is it RCB? Is it Punjab Kings?
Well, I think RCB have a better chance because Punjab face two tough teams and tough scenario-based teams. I mean, you know that Mumbai, if they lose, they would come very hard at Punjab, and the same with Delhi. So I think they are going to face a team that will be aiming to be at their absolute best. So I think Punjab would have a hard time to win their remaining games. So on the other hand, RCB they have a pretty set of gettable fixtures, you could say, because SRS again they have been here and there, Lucknow as well. So I think RCB have a good chance to finish in the top two, and perhaps
And
Punjab
mind you,
might miss
as
out.
per reports, they have a home game coming up versus the Sunrisers Hyderabad. That has been shifted to the Ekana Stadium. So they're playing back-to-back games at the Ekana Stadium. First against the Sunrisers Hyderabad, then against the home side Lucknow Super Giants. Two games at the same venue. RCB have a 100% record away from home. Do you think they will mind? I think they will love it.
Definitely, I think RCB would be pretty happy playing away from home because we do know the records they've had in Chinnaswamy, not just now, but even in the recent past. And I think Ikana is a kind of a stadium that suits their players. They have players who like to, take advantage of the big dimensions. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, a local boy to Lucknow, to Ikana, he would like to capitalize. Kronal has played for Lucknow Super Giants in the past. He also knows the conditions. Suyash is a very wiry spinner, so he's someone who could also capitalize. And whoever plays as a seamer, whether it's Hazelwood or Tushara, or I think Lungi Ngidi is not available, but
Yep.
the others also would like to make the most of these conditions. So I think they have a team that likes to thrive in these kind of situations. Maybe you could question Phil Salt in the mix. Perhaps he may not have a very good time out there, but even he in
Yep.
Ekana for KKR was very good. If you remember, he
Correct.
played a good cameo.
Correct.
So I think they certainly have the team which would be a little more comfortable playing in the Ekana. So certainly advantage for them.
Okay, but Sunrise Hyderabad as well, where in the previous game against the Lucknow Super Giants, comprehensively defeated, chased down a record total. So they will also love playing at the same venue. They stay back and play the game against RCB. But also reports getting you through Orko. I'm getting reports that the IPL final, despite the request given by the Cricket Association Bengal, goes back to the Narendra Modi Stadium.
Well, yeah, it's of course saddening because that's what
Yeah.
champions are for. You expect that a champion defends their crown, playing the first game and the final, or at least
Oh,
a bunch of
absolutely.
knockouts, one of the playoffs in their home turf, even if they're not in the mix, but they would want that one of those games happen in their venue. That's how the champions, get elevated, on a psychological front. It's pretty sad it didn't happen, but again, like they're saying, perhaps weather is a problem. There's a cyclone that's brewing. If really something like that turns up, then it only spoils the fun of a knockout. As a fan, if you call me a biased one, I would be happy that it's not happening in Eden because a match happening in Eden where KKR is not there certainly feels a
Oh,
bit
that's
hurtful.
something different
So
for you.
it's good that it went away in that way. If you think about it, if you think it as a neutral point of view, perhaps it's not the right thing that happened with the CAB. But that being said, that's how life is. That's how the weather works. So if the weather comes into the fray, it only spoils the fun of a knockout. So it's a good decision ultimately.
Okay, so ultimately it's a good decision. Now focusing into the strategic timeout section now. Orko, over to you. 4 questions, 60 seconds. Your time starts now. Surya Kumar Yadav or KL Rahul? Who do you think will score more runs tomorrow?
Well, I think KL Rahul has a good chance because this is a crucial game. I think he would want to bring his A game. So KL Rahul for me.
Okay, which skipper will shine according to you? Hardik Pandya or Axar Patel?
Hardik Pandya, definitely, because he's someone who does well in Wankhede. He has that hunger we previously talked about. So I think Hardik Pandya for me.
Okay, which left arm seamer do you think will pick more wickets? Is it Trent Bolt or Mustafizur Rahman?
Trent Bolt, definitely. I mean, the way he has been operating in the power play, he's someone who would have a wonderful matchup, because the top order of Delhi is a bit shaky apart from KL Rahul. So it'll be a wonderful game to watch with how Trent Bolt does in the power play.
Okay, final one. Which team do you think will get a Q to their name? Which is the fourth team?
Well, I think Mumbai, definitely. They have the side. They're too good a team. I don't think they'll falter when it matters. So Mumbai Indians for me.
Okay, Mumbai Indians, according to you, that's what I think as well. But we'll see. Only time will say, because this game is very crucial. Players to watch out for time now, Orko. Let's take a look into that. Rohit Sharma, Surya Kumar Yadav, and Jasprit Bumrah for the Mumbai Indians. Christian Stubbs, KL Rahul, and Mustafizur Rahman for the Delhi Capitals. Any other different choices from your end?
Well, definitely. These are crucial ones. I think Kuldeep Yadav would also be very important for his side's chances because,
But he has
as
been
we
wicketless
previously
in the
discussed,
recent past.
yeah, that's what. As we previously discussed, he hasn't been among the wickets. But if he gets going, a good match is all a player of Kuldeep's stature needs. If he gets a good match or even one or two good overs and strikes two or three wickets, especially the fact that Mumbai have a very strong batting lineup, I think Kuldeep's role becomes a bit crucial. Axar has also struggled with his wickets. Vipraj has been here and there, so Kuldeep needs to take up, the job of leading the attack because you don't even have a Stark in the pace department. So Kuldeep would be crucial. As we said, Mustafizur in the death. I know he's suddenly coming into the tournament, but he's not new to this format nor the IPL, so he has a crucial role to play. Again, he's not new to Wankhede. He's played for Mumbai Indians as well, so he'll be crucial. And if you look at the matchup as well, Rohit Sharma against left arm seam. So if you produce someone like a Natarajan or a Mustafizur against him, it'll only be a wonderful battle to watch. And KL Rahul, of course, he's their main batsman. So
Absolutely.
is Kristen Stubbs. These two are perhaps the pillars carrying their batting forward.
100%.
They would be very important in this particular fixture. Looking at Mumbai, Rohit, of course, he's in the purple patch as we talked about. We never expected that Rohit would play this well, after the kind of start he got in the tournament. Surya is flying like, a tiger, you could call, because he's almost close to winning the orange cap, but the orange cap is just shifting between two or
Shifting
three
from here
players
and
every
there,
now and then.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's shifting. So Surya would want to get a strong hold onto that orange cap, and Bumrah. You cannot think of Mumbai Indians team without mentioning Bumrah because he knows that Delhi would come hard, and if you go hard
Correct.
against Bumrah, that's when your peril starts. That's when you start missing your game out, and that's what happened in the Gujarat game. Bumrah literally snatched the game away from Gujarat out of nowhere, and that's what could happen with Delhi as well. So in crunch games, Bumrah is the man any team would wish to have in their team.
Okay, so you've given your three players from both the sides. You have explained it perfectly. Battles is something we will look out for. Let's take a look into that. Three mouth-watering battles. Akshar Patel versus Rohit Sharma is my battle number one. Jasprit Bumrah versus KL Rahul is my battle number two. And Trent Bolt versus Faf du Plessis is my battle number three. Any other names according to you, Orko?
No, these are the ones even I would think of. And I think Jasprit versus KL Rahul would be very, very crucial
Yeah.
because KL Rahul is the one who is perhaps the big wicket, the big fish that Mumbai Indians would eye. So maybe people like Bolt and Bumrah would come up in tandem at the start itself. If KL
Do you
opens,
think
that's what he's
he should be
likely
the
to.
go-to man? Because if you get rid of KL Rahul for a low score, I think Delhi might just crumble to something around 130, 140.
Definitely. I mean, Rahul is literally carrying this batting lineup. Though they have a bunch of good
Absolutely.
batsmen in the first half, we did see that apart from Rahul, also the others were getting runs, but maybe Stubbs at the most. But otherwise, Stubbs and Rahul are the only ones who are really doing well for this batting. Faf also post his injury hasn't looked his best. Oral has been inconsistent as well, and then that's why it's a pretty worrying situation for them. Rahul needs to play a long innings, and the only man who could stop that potentially early is someone like Bumrah. So Bumrah versus Rahul would be crucial. Of course, the matchup between Axar and Rohit would be interesting because Axar these days
Yep.
does try to come up in the power play. But again, if they think that Rohit and his matchup against left arm pace is something to watch out for, then maybe Mustafizur and Natarajan could come in early just for that left
Absolutely.
arm factor against Rohit. So Axar versus Rohit again could be a very interesting battle. But overall, I think the one between Bumrah and Rahul would be very decisive for the game.
Fair enough. So you said about a few mistakes Axar Patel has mentioned. As you said about the bowlers, I think Dushmant Chamira needs to be used with the new ball because he has been brought in too late into the power play. He's a swing bowler. We've seen him when Gautam Gambhir was the coach of the Lucknow Super Giants. We've seen him for the Sri Lankan side as well. I think this is something Axar Patel needs to look into. Time for the predicted playing 11 time, starting with the Mumbai Indians 11. It's unchanged 11. Why change something that is not broken? They're playing like a powerhouse side. Karan Sharma continues to be my impact player, while the rest of the players stays the same.
Definitely, they have no reason to change unless the bunch of players who are supposed to be unavailable pretty soon do become unavailable in the playoffs. And even
Correct.
the replacements that they sign, people like Johnny Bairstow, they are superstars of the game. So I think Mumbai has sorted. They have just become stronger than ever, and the performances are also coming. So I don't think they'll change anything from this side unless anyone's unavailable.
Okay, so according to you, the same side for the Mumbai Indians, just like I gave. Time for the Delhi Capitals 11. Let's take a look into that. I've just made one change. I think if Sami Rizvi is not playing any part in the game, it's waste to keep him into the side. Karun Nair comes into my 11. Number 4, he bats at number 4 or 3 according to the situation of the game, while the rest of the players stays the same. Any changes for you?
Well, yes, Karun Nair again also would be someone I would like to be very interested to add because his lone excellent knock came against this very team. So he
Correct.
perhaps has that familiarity to play against Mumbai Indians, which we have seen. And recency bias is a very important thing. I think Delhi would also know that. And with Samir Rizvi not being in the greatest of touch, I think bringing in Karun Nair would only
Correct.
be fair. And because he's a stable batsman, adding someone like him along with Rahul and Stubbs would only strengthen their batting, which has already been looking a bit shaky.
And would you be tempted to use somebody like Sadiqullah Atal in place of Faf du Plessis who's not scoring runs, or would you go for a big game? Experience matters.
Well, I think they'll go with Faf. I mean, definitely he is the vice captain of the team. He's experienced. I think he's just one good knock away from getting going. And I think in the Wankhede he does have that capacity. He has done well in the Wankhede event previously. So I think they'll continue to back with Faf. And Shadiq Atal, of course, a very promising left-hander from
Mhm.
Afghanistan. Maybe not now, but in the future would be a definite prospect to watch out for the Capitals. But as of now, I think because they're still in the hunt. If they were a team that were knocked
Yeah,
out like
correct.
CSK or Rajasthan, they could have tried a bunch of players. But I think when they are in the hunt, they would not want to tinker with that combination. So Faf would continue, in my opinion.
Okay, so experience matters according to you. Just one change. Karun Nair comes on the side, putting you into the hot seat. Time for predictions. Massive game, Orko. It's Mumbai Indians versus the Delhi Capitals. The winner, especially if it's Mumbai Indians, they get a Q past the name. If Delhi Capitals win, the IPL 2025 suspense continues. Your thoughts, your predictions for this game?
Well, if something like script existed, it hasn't been visible this entire IPL. So I will still keep cricketing logic ahead of script and stuff. So I think Mumbai Indians definitely are the team to beat 55-45 in their favor. But can't write of Delhi. If they bring in those
Mhm.
April kind of performances, they almost
Correct.
beat the Mumbai Indians in the first leg.
Correct.
So I think without Stark also, they do have a formidable team that can get going. Toss would be crucial, I think. In Wankhede, the team that chases would be certainly favored. And if Delhi does have, a good day for people like KL Rahul, Stubbs, I think they can also knock over the Mumbai Indians. They have the quality, but if you look at form and keep the script thing aside, I think it's Mumbai who definitely have the better chance.
Okay, going with the cricketing knowledge, 55-45 for the Mumbai Indians, according to Orko. We'll see how it goes. Thank you so much, Orko. Thank you to all the viewers. It's a huge game. It's a potential knockout. If the Mumbai Indians win, they qualify. Can the Delhi Capitals keep themselves alive? Because everything lies in their hands as well. Don't forget to subscribe to Fifth Umpire. Press the bell icon as well. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.